So basically, this is a social immersion program that will be of great help to you. Second, diversity networks, the different backgrounds, the different cultures that students will bring along with you, for you, will help you in experiencing directly this interculturality. Third aspect, career development. As a matter of fact, at MAIB, we offer you the opportunity of a joint effort between Milano-Bicocca, Alliance, and Centennial. All three institutions have a very strong attention in placement. We have companies coming in and recruiting on campus, and the profile of MAIB students have already shared with the top companies in our different countries, finding a great interest about this. So basically, there is a whole bunch of attention to what you will do after MAIB. I know that both Canadian and Indian students are very worried about this, and we can assure that both through on-campus interview, career fairs, workshop by business leaders followed by one-to-one interaction, we will be able to facilitate job recruitment. As far as admission and scholarships are concerned, well, MAIB has been scrutinized by Fondazione Carico, which is one of the top banking foundations in Italy, and Fondazione Carico has granted a very relevant amount of scholarships that will develop in 5 scholarships of approximately 8,000 euros, 4 scholarships of 5,000 euros, and we have a few additional scholarships which come from the support of corporations who do appreciate MAIB. So this is basically as far as non-Canadian students. On top, Centennial is offering a scholarship of 2,500 Canadian dollars each to all Centennial students who are interested in taking up MAIB. On top, we are in touch with the banks who are ready to give study loans in the different countries. Which are the admission procedures? Call for admission is open up to June 20th, and we are shooting for recruiting a maximum first batch of 35 students who should turn into creative, bright, diverse future managers. And why not? Entrepreneurs. This thing of entrepreneurship is something we really treasure a lot. You can follow the directions which are included in our website, where all details are spelled out as far as admission procedures. Basically, you have to complete the application form and submit it along with your English credentials, either in English or in Italian. We need your resume. We need to have the possibility to evaluate your work experience, if any. It's not compulsory. And we will certainly look at your English certification scores, together with a personal statement indicating the reason of your interest in MAIB. As far as English certifications are concerned, we don't need them right away. You will be able to submit them later till September 30th, just before the very beginning of our course. At the time of admission, at the time of sending in your application, you will need to send in 100 euros through bank transfer, and this amount will be deducted from your first installment. Well, I close with this, and I invite you all to connect with us. We really do believe that the program we're offering has a whole bunch of classes and will make of you someone very special. But let me pass on now to Ida Castiglioni, who will entertain you on the relevance of intercultural.
Thank you, Fabio. Hello, everybody. For some of you, it's morning. For some of you, it's night. I am Ida Castiglioni. My name is Ida Castiglioni, and I'll be staying with you about 40 hours on the topic of intercultural communication. It seems like MAIB has put a lot of weight on this topic, and rightly so, because in fact the challenges that are all around us are calling us for having a definitive competence on this topic. Now, in many contexts, intercultural communication is still seen as cultural etiquette. How do I deal with Indians? What should I do in Italy? Should I pay for? Should I give a tip to taxis and so on and so forth? So basically, cultural etiquette, or how to do business in other countries. Now, both of these topics are certainly relevant when we're traveling and when we have to do business, but we want to offer you something more. And the more that we want to offer is not communications, which means the transmission of information, but it's about communication. That is to say, the mutual creation of meaning. So our aim is to actually make you global managers first, but to launch you into become global leaders. In order to do this, you have to understand how culture can be seen not only as a set of traditions and a set of language and different ways and behaviors of doing things, but culture is should more be seen as the coordination of meaning within a human context, be it a nation, be it an ethnic group, an organization. So all of these layers need to be kept together at the same time. And beyond that, we're not working in Italy with Italians. We are working in Italy, which is a multicultural society. We're working with India, which is a multicultural society. We're working with Canada, which is even more multicultural. So what we want is to have a true global mindset. In order to do this, we want to exercise the ability to act with good judgment and effective behavior in multicultural context. So not in different national contexts, but in multicultural contexts. So we want to be able to train you and to work with you around tactics, which are essentials for you to be good managers, but also with strategic applications of intercultural communications. So as far as tactics, we will be, of course, dealing with how to decrease cross-cultural misunderstanding, how to reduce costs of operating in a multicultural environment. But to be strategic, we need to understand deeply how to maximize the value of cultural diversity, which is the whole point. What do we do when we merge and acquire another company? Where is we know about the financial gain, but what happens to culture? That also will be one of our concerns. How to increase productivity through creativity and innovation? Well, what do we mean by innovation? What do we mean by creativity in different cultural contexts? And how do we merge these different ideas? That will be part of our work. So as far as methodology work, interactive lectures, of course, but also team building exercises. You are a wonderful group of people coming from different parts of the world who already probably have a multicultural background. And so we will be working as a team, which is the real peculiar advantage of this program. We'll be doing simulations, video case studies, paper case studies, a lot of personal development work, a lot of reflection, because in order to be a competent manager and then leader, you have to work a lot on yourselves. And group breakouts and probably some visits, and we'll have some guests as well. It is a tough program, but it's challenging. It will be fun. There's a lot of work that will be extremely creative, and so I think we all are going to enjoy the ride, and indeed the possibilities opened by a program with this set of skills and with this configuration are immense. So it's only up to you to take it on. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ida. Now, I think Andrea can take up and present his own experience.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me well? Can you all hear me well? All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
Yeah, we can hear you.
okay, I'm supposed to be your ambassador for the University of Milano-Bicocca, which I graduated from in 2009. I joined Bicocca in 2003 or 4, not quite sure. I attended law school, which sounds pretty amazing to me. And you know what? Just 6 days after my graduation, I joined one of the most important international law firms in Italy, which is an English law firm, and it was the Italian branch, which I left in 2012, but it doesn't really matter. Now I'm 31, and I am an IP lawyer, which means that I deal with trademarks and patents and design issues and stuff, which is pretty fun. You would never say that law is fun, but actually it is. And so based on what I've learned in my studies in Bicocca is that international experiences are crucial to your curriculum and to your career. Just a few months before my graduation, I joined a summer school program that was organized by Professor Cornell and other people, and I spent 2 weeks in a college in Bangalore, which was XIME, and it was in Bangalore, just 2 weeks, but I believe that that was the experience of a lifetime. Well, many people told me, "Are you serious? You're gonna go to India? You sure about that?" And I say, "Hell yes." And when I got back at home, I brought so much experiences with me, and that helped me so much throughout my career because learning and trying to understand each other's culture, and especially when you have such a tiny time gap to do that, I mean, your curriculum is going to explode because, especially in 2009, those international programs, especially in India, are not that widespread. So when you gotta get to a job interview and they see that you've been to India in a college, well, that's pretty much mind-blowing, and that really helped me like a ton. Moving on to why should you study in Milano-Bicocca University? Well, there are so many reasons why you should pick up Bicocca instead of some other competitors. Well, first of all, I think that we've been one of the first public universities with a campus-wide Wi-Fi network, which now sounds like a given thing, but at the time, the project started in 2007 or 6, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but we were one of the first ones to have a campus-wide Wi-Fi network. But what's really crucial for a student is that our libraries are so packed with stuff, and we also have two main libraries in our campus, but they are centralized. So when a student needs to study for an exam or a midterm or something like that, they know they can go there or there. They don't have to spread their attention and their researches to multiple libraries, which are spread all over the campus. We have two main ones, and they are centralized and they are huge. Plus, we have an enormous amount of online resources, which are accessible in campus and outside of campus with such an easy setup, and they're going to be really helpful. Now, also, now I'm not a student anymore, but I do feel like I were, no matter my age, and I work with a professor of my law school, and we do spend a lot of time thinking about international programs, and we happen to have some international students, and it's always a pleasure to talk to them, and during exams, during lessons, and it's pretty awesome. Also, Fabio earlier was talking about diversity. Bicocca is a very diverse environment. We have, for example, we have so many students from, I think, all over the world. We have students, many students are from Asia, many students are from the West, and stuff like that. We have all kinds of students, foreign students. But talking about diversity, it's a pretty complex word. I think that we got, for example, the first LGBT club in our university, which I think is pretty awesome, and it dates back to the early 2000s. Now, now you might have heard all sorts of stuff about Italy, how it's messed up and stuff like that. Okay, that sounds good. Why should you pick up Italy, and especially Milan? Is Milan really a global city, and what are the opportunities here? Well, I think that they are huge. If you think about it, Rome is, yes, it's our capital city, but it's much more of institutional stuff, while Milan is the real economical capital city of Italy. We have, if you think about it, most of the Silicon Valley's companies have Italian headquarters in Milan. For example, Apple is in Milan, Google is in Milan, Facebook is in Milan, and they're not just doing like distribution. They do web engineering, they do advertisements, they do all sorts of stuff. They have legals, they have everything. So Milan is really a global city, and it's gonna be an amazing experience if you're gonna spend some months here instead of just a few short weeks here. I really encourage you to come here, join our campus, enjoy your experience here in Milan, and have fun and improve your career. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for your attention, by the way.
Hey, Rajan. So it's now time to hear from Alliance University. Alliance University, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can.
Right. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. I'm assuming that I'm addressing the global community, and we are at different parts of the globe. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, respectively. This is Rajan Chatterjee from the International Affairs Office of Alliance University, Bangalore. Thank you, Professor Fabio, and make sure that the students or the viewers are already aware of the details of the program. What I want to highlight is when a student picks up a program of this kind, the student is actually trying to be a global player. A global player in terms of qualifications that he or she has attained, and a global player in terms of the international exposure and the experience that he or she is going to gather through the three legs of the program. Essentially, this program is a three-continent program, very diverse in nature. Starts off in Italy with the European way of education, comes back to India, which offers a lot to absorb, and a student from Italy has already summed it up by telling that he had a wonderful experience of 2 weeks in Bangalore. Bangalore is probably the most happening city in Asia at the moment, and it's the IT hub of Asia, if not the world. A lot of manufacturing happens here, and for everybody's information, a lot of research happens in Bangalore. So it's not only IT, but a lot of manufacturing and research also happening in Bangalore. It's a really happening place. On top of that, Alliance University is a wonderful state-of-art university. It's a private university built over 45 acres, a green campus. We have international students coming to our campus every year on different other programs, and they can vouch for it that it's one of the top universities in terms of infrastructure, and it's comparable to any good university right across the globe. The qualifications that you get, if I get back to that, are three very important qualifications. Graduate master qualification from Milano-Bicocca. It gives you a graduate certificate in international business management from Canada. And to top that, if you want to have an MBA qualification from a top institution in India, you can also do that, add up another leg of 4 months at the end of the program to get the Alliance MBA degree. The structure is very flexible. You have a choice to continue in Canada at Centennial, do the internship there and continue working in Canada, or you want to kind of wrap up your studies and get an MBA under your belt and then go working. That's another option. Now I would like our professor, a very senior professor, Dr. Pratima Verma, to talk about the academic aspects at Alliance.
Hello everyone. As you must be knowing, the important subjects which are offered here, there are 4 subjects which will be offered during this program. During this stay at Alliance. One is in strategy, and one is in marketing strategy, one is in global strategy, and then leadership and organizational behavior, and social accountability and change management. All are handled by pretty senior faculties which have a lot of experience in corporate as well as research. Let me talk about myself. I have a postdoc from Stockholm, so I have that idea of handling the international part of both the culture, the knowledge, and the students. So all the other 3 professors are also of that strata. And we make sure that whatever examples we give and the way we teach, it adds value. It's just not bookish or it's just not theory. It adds value to you with a lot of exposure in terms of examples we give, the case studies we handle, and with every topic we try to have one case study, and with the end of one part we have a full big case study. So case studies and caselets, we combine everything. We have something like assessment during it and then assessment at the end. So we assess the student at 2 different stages, and we are here to help for anything and everything the student requires. The type of infrastructure and the facilities are there in the university is extraordinary, and we are confident the type of qualification, the type of experience we have, we will be able to handle anything comes to us.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, one and all. I would like to personally tell about my student experience in Alliance University. The student experience is really fantastic and very rich. Like the faculty is very rich in their teaching experience. They come out from different various industries. They have a very good academic excellence. And also Alliance University has been ranked consistently in the 10th positions by various ranking agencies. And the faculty have proven themselves in their respective fields, and the teaching here is with a combination of rigor and relevance to what they teach us. Next, I want to tell about the scope of international students coming to India. The scope of international students coming to India is, that is to Bangalore, Alliance University is very, the opportunities are very huge, and they get a touch of the culture and other economic issues. Also, in Alliance University, we have a lot of support clubs for different branches of the functions of management, and there's a lot of activities for the students apart from the academics. So I can say there is a combination of both academics as well as extracurricular activities, which enriches the students' overall growth. And why study international business in the development in Bangalore? First of all, I would like to tell you, Bangalore is the IT hub of India, and we call it the Silicon capital of the Asia. Almost all the MNCs have their headquarters in Bangalore, based in Bangalore. So it gives a lot of opportunities and overall experience. Coming to the internship and all the assignments, we have very good internship placements for the students. I personally want to share my internship experience that I did my internship in Toyota Motor Corporation, where the project got me an hands-on experience to the practical world, where it enriched me overall. So all these factors and aspects have together put it very well for me in what I am today. And about the assignments and everything is we have a very neat structure wherein we have to work in groups and we have to work individual at times. So this gives a good perspective of what we are really doing and a practical exposure.
Right.
So good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
Now we introduce ourselves here over at Centennial College.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jaya and I'm pursuing International Business Management at Centennial College in order to benchmark my individual management style against global preferences. I am here to share my exciting experience that I've had the pleasure to go through in Centennial College, and indeed to shed light on International Business Management course. To briefly touch upon my background, I'm a young Indian with an engineering degree and nearly 5 years of experience as an IT product manager.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniela Silva. It's a pleasure to be here to share my experience and talk about Centennial College faculty, classmates, and overall experience. I'm passing over to Priya to share her academic experience.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say the academic community in Centennial College is well qualified, both professionally and academically. The professors here have extensive global work experience, and they keep themselves abreast of the current world's labor market situations through researchers and networking. And also I have had the pleasure to work with professors who have work experience in the United Nations, trade commissions, globally popular multinational retailers, world-renowned banks, and many other reputed firms around the world. I have had the chance to work with CFOs, CEOs, global entrepreneurs, and many other reputed people in here. The highlight, I would say, is the teaching methodology. The learning process is totally based on the practical discussions. To be more precise, the learning process will be through engaging interactions and critical inquiries. And now on the other end, I'm also provided with people from around the world as my colleagues. In fact, there are too many cultures and languages to experience. And in that particular moment, I feel like international business management is truly a global venture. My colleagues range from fresh undergrads to professionals of highest calibers with vast international experience and knowledge. Instead of using big words like international and global, let me cite you a very vivid example that I've had. As IBM, that is International Business Management, let me say it in a short form, IBM, is predominantly a practical-oriented course. So we students will have to work in teams for projects, case studies, case researches. In order for that to happen, we will get hands-on experience. So I worked on an international finance project where my team and I studied and analyzed economies and financial systems of 5 countries in the nations. The great aspect is that my team and I didn't have to travel to India, China, Russia, Jamaica, or South Korea, for that sake, to know the economies of the different nations under study. We had each other to share the required information at its pristine state, and we fed the information that is required for us to study about that international finance project. So, it was fantastic to perceive such a, diversified working culture from my colleagues. And now I hope you will realize what I meant when I said global or international. Now over to Daniela about her academic experience.
Thank you. About faculty, professors have had years of experience to share with students. The great diversity of nationalities among the professors give many different perspectives for us around the globe. Studying Centennial College is an excellent opportunity to live with students who have lived around the world. We can share cultural experience and share knowledge each other. I can say studying Centennial College is not then just study. It's such an amazing experience to grow yourself. As one of the premier colleges in Ontario, Centennial College and its graduates has great reputations and combined skills excellent reputation with top-notch professors make Centennial a great place to study, to make friends, and to just start the future with the working world. A project we developed together in teams. My project was an entrepreneurship project last semester when you expand a franchise. We worked hard in teams, but it was an exciting experience because we practiced all the steps for entrepreneurship process. It was very great. Now I'm pass the word to Priya again to talk about her global perspective.
Secondly, as an international business student, anyone would search for an institution that has state-of-the-art architecture and renowned expertise to offer a complete theoretical and practical business education. I was one among those students, and I found Centennial College to be a perfect fit. I cannot emphasize that more. IBM has rendered a strong foundation of global business, thereby making all the students competent to lead across a multinational organization. The experiential learning that IBM offers will also, provide us and influence us to handle multinational clientele, and it provides a thorough grasp of today's business landscape, which is very tricky, as you all know. On the flip side, on the lighter side, IBM also, influenced my perspective to see how small things can make huge differences in the world, in your life. And it made me understand the concept of global citizenship and equity, which are crucial for any business student. And, I can now analyze and understand how small change in one corner of the world can impact the rest of the world. And I'm in a position to connect these small dots to see the bigger picture. Bigger picture. Now over to Daniela to share her global perspective.
About my global perspective, I think studying international business at Centennial College is a good experience and gives insight into the marketplace. Because today, companies are more global than ever, and they really appreciate a workforce that has a strong global business perspective. And now I pass the word to Asha to talk about her global perspective.
Hello, everyone. I am currently employed in the import-export field, and as one who is employed in this field, I understand the importance of how one must be aware of the cultural differences and work within that framework provided to achieve a common goal. And the IBM program, or the International Business Management program, offers a number of courses in business communications and global values that helps one understand this and achieve this. And besides that, Toronto, Canada, and Centennial College in specific is truly a melting pot where people from various backgrounds come together, and then they form a unique culture of their own, and it displays an amazing unity in diversity. I will now pass it on to Professor Julie.
I myself teach the Global Business Seminars course, and in this course I invite guest speakers from government offices and also from companies to talk to our students. I also help students work on their resumes, their cover letters, and business and dining etiquettes. I also support students to obtain their professional designations, and I help them find volunteer opportunities such as opportunities at the Empire Club in order to familiarize themselves with the Canadian society. In terms of technology, our program have selected blended, or you can say hybrid courses in the program that use technologically enhanced teaching methods and social media tools to allow students to connect with companies and organizations around the world. We use case studies, simulations, project-based learning methods, and incorporate them into the program using our online learning platform called eCentennial and other softwares. Last but not least, I would like to share with you some success stories in terms of employment after graduation. Many of our graduates have successfully secured employment after graduation. Our graduates often go into three main career paths. The first one is to work for corporations, international companies, as import-export managers, as business development officers, corporate social responsibility managers, or in banking and finance. The second career path is to work in the logistics field and transportation. And the third one is to work with government, with NGO, non-governmental organizations such as bilateral chamber of commerce, and also in educational institutions. We have many students such as Asha, who has been very successful. Asha also has another friend who worked at the same company. After taking an internship, then both of them secured full-time employment at the same company. I also have another student who, after graduated, found employment with the Ministry of Ontario, and many others find work with the logistics companies and also with educational institutions. So that's my quick overview of our international business management here. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thanks, Julie. We have a question, so Virginia's going to answer that.
Okay, Javier, this question is coming from you. And the question is, the sample student budget that is shown on the web page of the program sets an approximated price for accommodation, food, books, and supplies. Are the prices shown in the budget for all the time that we spend in a particular country, or are they calculated monthly? The tuition fees are by semester for the time that you spend at that institution by country. And the books are for the entire program in that country. The accommodation and food would be on a monthly basis for each country.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I perhaps should have said this earlier. I joined Centennial for the IB program in 2009 and graduated in 2010 with after having completed the internship semester. And my understanding is that or from my experience, is that internships prepares international students specifically for the Canadian market. This kind of an exposure is difficult to come by unless one has already been employed in the workforce here. So this is truly an advantage that international students obtain, where they don't have to have previous experience, and it's an advantage over other people who come and who try to enter the job market. I interned at a company called Interspan Canada. This was referred to me by different people, the internship coordinator during that time here, plus various other business professionals that I met during networking opportunities that were provided by Centennial College. During my internship, I was required to set up a working system of the supply chain, various aspects of the supply chain, of one division at this company. So it included everything from purchasing to inventory management to logistics to daily processes such as order scheduling, everything from the source to the end consumer. And during those 3 months, I was able to put into practice everything that I learned in theory in the classrooms here. And today, I have been with the same company for 4 years, and I am the division manager of the division that I interned in. Thank you. Over to Daniela.
Yeah. I'd like to talk a little bit about Toronto. I'm from Brazil, and it's my second time here in Toronto. And I can say that Toronto is one of the most ethnically diverse cities around the world. Toronto is an amazing place to share experience and to live with different cultures. And the business world, I think, is very important to have your mind expanded. It's a very positive aspect in your career. And I have done some volunteer as well. And I said to everyone how diverse Toronto can be once you go into the subway. Because in the subway you can see so many different people, so many languages, so many different accents. And I think this is great, and it's a unique experience.
I can't agree more with Daniela. You know, if I say Toronto city is a global city, it will only be an understatement. As she said, when I travel, by the subway or go to any public space per se, I often feel like I'm in China or Russia or any other part of the Europe. It's always very fascinating. I would rank Toronto as the culturally most diverse city in the world. I strongly also believe that one's productivity will increase to the core in a safe and protected environment. And Toronto offers such a place to the international students. My family and loved ones have a good night's sleep with no worry about my safety at all. I live with other international students from Philippines, UK, Venezuela, and I learn their ways of living, and it kind of gives me a great extent of cultural intelligence as well. I know for a fact you all would be very keen to know about the industries in Toronto. As Toronto has a diversified market, it has world-class players from various industries such as IT, logistics, food industry, retailers, etc. I personally volunteer at an international organization called International Institute of Business Analysis. They are the people who certify business analysts, project managers, business managers around the world to be the qualified professionals. And I know personally my friends are also volunteering at the mentioned industries, as I said before. And they don't do clerical jobs, as Asha said. They will be doing hands-on, and they will be getting hands-on experience in their core responsibilities and functions. Finally, on the lighter side, the city has scenic places, lots of fun places. They offer water sports, snow sports. I personally went to a place called Blue Mountain, and my first skiing experience was phenomenal. And my weekends are now at world-class parks, beautiful parks, historic museums, castles, and other fun places. They are the best places to hang out and. To touch upon, one will be able to get a lot of cuisinaries also. So I think Toronto is definitely a global city.
Thank you for sharing. So we heard about the program and we heard about the internships in Canada, like at InterSpen, the division manager here. Also, Centennial has opportunities to do internships globally. And we have here the International Mobility Advisor at Centennial College. So could you share a little bit about the global experience opportunities?
Sure. Thank you, Greg. Hello, everyone. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Yana Avdieva. I'm the manager of the Global Experience Office, or GEO, as we call it. That's the abbreviated version. The GEO office is part of the International Education Department at Centennial. It was set up to develop and deliver a whole range of international mobility programs for Centennial students. So as you heard, Centennial is a highly internationalized institution. So in addition to large numbers of students coming in, we also focus on sending students abroad. So we have a growing number of students who spend part of their academic studies at Centennial overseas. So they either spend a semester on an exchange at one of the partner institutions. We have service learning opportunities where students participate in community development and international development initiatives in Ghana, Jamaica, Cuba. We also last year in the summer of 2013 launched our language and culture programs that one of the students just briefly spoke about. So this summer we'll have over 100 students going to study foreign languages and participate in international summer universities in Finland, in Israel, in South Korea, in Mexico, and Spain. And the last program that I would say the most relevant to today's discussion is our international internships. So we launched the international internship program in the summer of 2012. We had the first cohort of 4 students who went abroad, and since then the number of participating students going overseas to do an international internship has grown drastically. So we have students from all of the business programs, international business management, project management, and doing their co-ops, their field placements, experiential learning opportunities. The internships that we offer are really worldwide, so we have lots of opportunities in South America, in Asia. We have, just to give you a few examples of internships where our business students interned. We had a student from the Global Business Management Program who interned at a large forestry company in Beijing, China. We had another student from the School of Business who did an internship at UNESCO, so one of the UN agencies. We also had a large number of students who completed their field placements or internships at Centennial College offices overseas, so in Turkey and Panama. So we're constantly working on securing additional opportunities. So when you come to Centennial, whether you choose to do your internship overseas or in Toronto, as you heard, there are multiple options available. So we're here to answer any questions you have. Yes, so we look forward to welcoming you soon in Toronto and at Centennial.
Thank you, Yana. That was awesome. And that brings us perfectly to the idea of working in Canada and how can you work in Canada. So Nadia's going to take it away with to talk about Canada's work permit program for international students.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Greg. Hello, everyone. My name is Nadia De Lima, and I manage a team of professionals that help international students during their stay in Canada and at Centennial. One of the most important things to students is the ability to work and gain experience in Canada and, of course, earn money. Citizenship and Immigration Canada has changed its rules to accommodate students to work on campus and off campus as soon as they enter in Canada if they are registered full-time. So this is really exciting. As of June 1st, international students who come to Canada to study at Centennial College will be able to work both on campus and off campus. I'm sure you all are interested in opportunities after you graduate. So for this particular program, students who follow the model route and who end their program at Centennial and who also do the internship have the opportunity to apply for what Canada calls a post-graduation work permit. There's lots of rules and regulations surrounding this work permit. So once you get here, we have a team of professionals that would be able to support you and your application and help you through this process so that you're able to get a work permit and continue to stay and work in Canada.
Okay. Wow. I think we're getting to the close of the seminar. And you can see how exciting the opportunity is. There's research coming out of England that says 67% of employers are looking for graduates with international experience. International experience gives you the opportunity for quicker promotion to higher levels. So students who have this kind of experience that you will get from this, this educational experience will put you in a place that will be competitive with other graduates, and you will gain the opportunities, the potential opportunities to climb faster. And I think, like Julie said, be a leader, not just work in the industry, but be a leader. So we welcome you to this program. We think it's really exciting. It's cutting edge education where you can get your education and your certification from 3 countries. That's pretty unique. Not just an experience, but your certification in 3 countries. And so we welcome you to apply after the seminar. Please contact any of the 3 institutions. We are happy to answer your questions. And we welcome you to our 3 countries and our cutting edge program. So thank you again for joining us today. Looking forward to seeing you in Canada, in Italy, and in India.
Great.
So Greg, I don't know if there are any questions.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the questions right now. So you guys have anything to add in closing?
Yeah, I thank you all for listening to me. I hope you all understand the realities and the opportunities offered at Centennial College. So hope to look forward to meeting you all. Yeah.
Okay, we have an advice for the graduate. What advice do you have for getting a job in Canada?
Okay, so I would advise all future students and current students, obviously work hard and attend all classes. That is very, very important. I cannot stress more on the importance of that. Make use of all the networking opportunities that are provided by the business program, whether it's Global Business Studies or International Business Management, whatever the course is. Excuse that. And there are many opportunities such as TISA, which is a Trade and Investment Services Alliance network, and various other networking opportunities. The college also provides career counseling, so definitely make use of the resources that are provided there. Be proactive. Seek out advisors or experts in the field of your interest, and then go to them with your questions, learn about the industry, learn about the service, and get yourself engaged in such things. Also be engaged in the experiential learning semester, or the experiential learning part of the internship semester, and because that really teaches you the finer aspects of the Canadian job market. While our international experiences are great, we also need to incorporate the needs of the Canadian job market so that it would help us to understand if there are any differences, similarities, whatever, fine-tune our own skills towards this job market. And that really does help you when you go out. You're well prepared to satisfy the customers or whatever the needs of the job market are.
Ainsley, I remember you. Nice to see you online. Where do we see the breakdown of costs and curriculum? I can tweet you that after the show. I believe we still are on Twitter.
Hi, Ainsley.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back in the Centennial. So, okay, follow-up question for the graduate. Can you explain how you navigated Canada's work permit program? So Nadia told us, why don't I come over here? So
Yes.
the ghost voice. So Nadia told us about the opportunity for the work permit program. Can you tell us about how you navigated that program? And also, did you become eligible for permanent residence? Was the question.
Yes, I did, and thank you for the question. Before I start to answer that, I have an advice. Please do take the internship semester, because that really helps you work towards this open work permit, which is a one-year work permit. And during that 1 year, we're able to research whatever the various options are, because the requirements for each applicant is different. Now, how I did it was during this 1 year, the open work permit enabled me to continue my work at Interspan Canada, and then I was able to apply for permanent residency through a program called the Ontario Provincial Nominee Program, which is the Ontario PNP. In that, there are various streams. I've not kept myself updated of the various streams that are still available, but at that time there was one for international students specifically with jobs, and I believe there was another one for masters and PhD. But so that's the one that I pursued, and there were 3 steps to it. One was for the company that I was working in, and then my personal application to the province of Ontario, and once they approved it, the province itself nominated me to the federal government to become a permanent resident, and that's how I got my permanent residence. Thank God it all worked out well. Yeah, so that is it. There are various other options available as well, and that 1 year open work permit does definitely help in terms of buying time, and also help you continue to work while you're researching.
I'd like to add that at Centennial in the international office, we have a team that is there to support students like Asha, and the team of professionals that we have are able to get information sessions, hold workshops. There's lots of opportunities to get this information. In addition to that, we have representatives from the provincial programs, from the federal programs that come onto our campus to give information sessions. So you can talk one-on-one with a government official to talk about how to extend your stay in Canada and apply for permanent residence. So each semester we have roughly 2 to 3 opportunities where government professionals come on site to give vital information to students who are interested in staying here in Canada.
Wonderful. So with the last 5 minutes of the presentation, we're just going to give all of the speakers an opportunity to say a few words in closing. So I'm going to now mute ourselves and turn it over to University of Milano-Bicocca.
Thank you. Right. Here we are. Then it's with Richa and Alberto, who are very active together with me in organizing MAIB. And while taking the opportunity to thank them both for all their efforts, I would like to pass on the word to Richa first. She's an Indian also, has been living in Italy, so she can give you a gist of what Italy looks like and Milano looks like. And then Alberto, who's very active in youth organizations and has a very wide international exposure. Richa.
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Richa and I'm the coordinator for the MAIB Master Program at Bicocca. Very student friendly. We have a lot of international students, and we provide all kinds of support to make students comfortable, right from taking care of housing arrangements to travel, and Bicocca, within Bicocca we have services, clubs, facilities for students which are open to all international students. So I'm sure you'll enjoy the experience. Milan as a city, I mean, it's a beautiful, it's lovely city. Besides being the business center, it's also very beautiful as far as art is concerned. So Italy as a country, you'll really enjoy in terms of culture, art, food, architecture. Besides certainly the business and the economy part of the country. So I welcome, we certainly welcome all the students who are interested in taking up MAIB Master. After this webinar, please do get in touch with us. If you have any questions, queries, concerns, please do write. We can always connect again on Google Plus or Skype to answer your concerns. The call for application is open till June 20th. And we really suggest those who are interested, please apply as soon as possible. Don't worry about the English certification at this stage. Those who don't have the English certification right now can please go ahead with the call for application and submit their scores later by end of September. It's a mandatory requirement as far as Canada is concerned, so it's important, but we could wait till September end for it. Those from English-speaking countries, your degree credentials are valid and accepted in English, but those who are not from English-speaking countries, please do submit your degrees in either in English or in Italian. Okay, that's it. You can get in touch with myself and Alberto anytime. We are there to help you out with the application process. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello, hi to everybody. But I guess pretty much everything has been already said, fortunately for me. So I don't have to take much time with my talk. I can simply say that Milan is getting ready for Expo next year. That means that also the shape of the city, the buildings are changing. There is a lot of things going on, a lot of cultural activities, a lot of talking, and a lot of appointment that you will be probably having the possibility to match by the 3 months you will be here. Especially because all the world will be here next year during the exposition, and that means that local authorities, together with association and cultural promoting agency, are preparing a very interesting program of events. And by me and Richa, we'll be able to share with you, with those of you that will be coming for MAIB, the possibility of attending these events and understanding more of what's going to be food and energy for life, which is the theme for Expo of next year. Milan also offers you, by the time of you be here, a variety of possibilities, nightlife and social activities. Bicocca is actually has a lot of students organization that run specific courses. Maybe you will like during the months you are here to take few lessons of Italian just to understand what is it about talking with your hands. And and that's, I think, and also, I don't know, maybe we can organize some cooking experience for those of you that are willing to understand more about our food culture. And just as Richa said, we are always welcome for answering to your questions and for further information you might be needing. Now I guess Alliance might want to say something.
We have already given brief about the program and about placement. We have a well managed CAN office which takes care of placement, internship.
So thank you, Alliance. And for our final goodbye, we're just going to pass it over to Andrea for just 1 minute to say goodbye. Andrea, would you unmute yourself?
Oh, well, yeah. I think my folks in Bicocca have summed up the thing pretty well, so I don't think I have to add too much because I have just 1 minute. And just want to say one thing. If you want to grab the opportunity to be a leader, to make the difference and to be different from your other future competitors just take advantage of these opportunities. I wish I had these opportunities when I was a student. I just wish I had, and I just cannot go back. But if you can, just go straight for that. Thank you so much for your attention and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And our final goodbye, Centennial College.
Thank you.